Recognize that tune, and you know it's time for Relics Radio. This is a family-friendly show, so the entire family can join us as we talk metal detecting and relic hunting. You can call into the show at 270-495-0315 or join in the chat and post any comments or questions you might have, and we'll get to as many of them as we can. You're listening to Relics Radio of Southern Kentucky and Middle Tennessee.
All right, we're live again tonight with a very special show. We are in Culpeper, Virginia, and I'm Mutt.
And I'm Jeff.
And
I'm Jeff.
And I didn't have him on. And
I'm Jeff.
And we got Jeff Ford in
hello,
here.
Jeff.
Got Jeff Ford in here with us. I don't know how this sounds. We're not in our $100,000 studio that we broadcast out of in the
barn.
The loft. That's not the
loft.
That's
Okay.
not the barn. It's the loft. But anyway, we are getting ready. Who we got in there, Jeff?
I can't see.
You can't see it?
No. We got Chris. There it is. We got Chris, Tim, Bill. There's Chris again. We got Bill and Tim.
You got Tim.
Yep, there's Tim.
And got. Let me see who else we got up here at the top.
Hey, there's Mike.
Mike is in here.
Yeah.
Mike is in the house.
I'm looking at you.
Mike is in the house and in the house. He's in the house where we're at, and he's in the house on the radio too.
There's Ohio Relic Hunter. There
I
go.
tell you what, great guy right there. I had a ball last week with him and Mark Hoover, and Jeff had to be out of town. You missed a good show. You missed a good opportunity.
I tell you,
Sorry,
I didn't.
missed that.
Huh?
We listened to that show, and that was those guys were really good.
They
I
were
enjoyed
really,
it.
really good, and it was just a very informative show. And I told Jeff, I said, it was perfect for me because I just sat back and just let those guys talk.
Now, we can't believe that. You sit back and let somebody else talk? What's up with that?
He was probably needing to take medicine or something.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. Yeah.
And we've got a lot of guys in the room. Earl from Virginia is there. If you're watching on Plugmasters on Facebook, this is being streamed live on Jeff Ford's Facebook page there, Plugmaster Ford. And if you will look in front of the table right here, Earl from Virginia gave us one of the best gifts that he could have. There's just not a more perfect gift that we could have got.
It's
right
a
there.
great gift. I mean,
And it is for those of you that are not on Facebook right now and watching, and don't go over there and leave the show. You can go over there in a minute and look at that. But but it is a wonderful, wonderful gift, and it is a banner that says Relics Radio. But anyway, guys, Jeff and I drove for, it seems like probably
24 hours.
24 hours trying
Only
to
it
get
was
here.
like 10 hours, but I mean, we had to stop a few times. And
Wait a
of
minute.
course, what?
You guys live halfway from where we do, and it's 15 hours for us, so it should have taken you 7
Well,
and
I
a
mean,
half.
somebody had to stop a few times, and then you know how it is.
We just
We drank some coffee this morning.
Looked at the coffee.
and us old guys, why is it, and somebody tell me this, because you guys are smart and I know that you know this, why is it that you drink 6 or 8 ounces of coffee, but then when you go to the bathroom you discharge about 24 ounces? Why is that? But that's the case with me all the time. Hey guys, I'm go ahead.
I said, but we made it anyway.
We
Glad
did.
to be here.
We made it anyway. And Jeff Ford and Missouri Mike and Chris and his whole group, y'all left on Monday, didn't you?
We left Monday morning. We headed out. We were supposed to head out at 6, but we were a little bit late. 6:30 we got out, and we got into just into Virginia, a little bit past Bristol. Got in about 8:30, I guess, maybe. We like to do that. We like to put about 11 hours. And then, as you know, we go door knocking for a couple days. We only got one day in this time because there's 3 to 4 inches of snow. So it is what it is. Thankfully, the forecast for here has taken a really nice turn.
It has.
It has.
Yeah.
And we've all been watching that forecast
for
a week or two now. And it was talking about snow, and Earl sent me a text, and he said we're supposed to get a foot of snow on Tuesday. And I said, well, I'll bring my snow blower or something other, and we'll just come back and blow a bunch of snow. But I am really excited to be here. I got in because of Relics Radio, and we had a lot of fun with Barb over the. Here you go, Jeff. Jeff's trying to.
Yeah, I need that.
Yeah, just don't kick us off the air. We're running everything here with just a couple of computers and a mixer. You need to go down to get your last ones, I think. I may be wrong. I don't know. You can figure it out. But I do think that you need to go down. Boy, we got a lot of guys on here tonight, and we've got a pretty good audience here.
Yeah, look out in the audience there, Seven. You see who I see over there on their phone?
I see that.
Who is that? We got Barb in the house.
We got Barb in the house. I tell you what, we had all of these ideas. I've known for probably, how long, Jeff, have I known that I was going to get to come?
It's been a few weeks.
Maybe 3?
Yeah, about 3.
About 3 weeks. Now,
in fact, it's going to be right at 3 weeks.
Yeah, and Jeff Ford was one of the only ones that knew that. Of course, Tennessee Jeff knew because we were coming together. But Jeff Ford was one of the only ones that knew. And I kind of kept it hush-hush because I was on the alternates list. And I got in as a guest because of Relics Radio and because we had planned to do a live show here. But, and Barb was just crying on every show, just, oh, my poor Loy, he's not going to get to come, And even Sunday night I listened to you, Barb, on Josh. And, I just love Loy, and he's not going to get to come, but I spent all this time making this banner, and we're going to hang this banner up and say, Loy, we really miss you. And then what's the name of the place where we go for the meeting?
Community College? What's it?
Germanna,
okay.
Germanna. Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, we got there, and Jeff had to go on in, and I had to get some stuff out of the car and go ahead and lock everything up. And I told him, I said, when we started coming up, I said, you find Barb, and you go to talking to her, and I'm going to sneak up around the other side, and I'm going to just kind of lean over her shoulder and say, we're live on Relics Radio. And I said, she'll recognize my voice, and she'll know who it is. Before I can get to the door, here comes somebody, across the parking lot. You made it. I knew you'd make it. So that was hilarious, I'll tell you.
Bill Hayes, he's like, what hotel are y'all guys at? We're at the Best Western here in Culpeper in the conference room. So
they're just right around from the breakfast area.
Yeah, right around from the breakfast area.
And if you're here in Culpeper and you want to come into the conference room, feel free to do that. And we're set up. Kind of got a makeshift studio here, but we've got pretty well what we need to do a show here tonight.
Yeah, I believe we do. Yeah.
And everything is it's all out of order with me because I'm used to setting it. Everything's set up completely different. I've got a couple of computers and just a small 6-channel board here, and it's quite a bit different. And Jeff Ford will tell you because he does a radio show all the time. You get second nature in what you're used to setting.
Yeah, and we do that when we stream basketball games or football games or whatever. You get to the point, and we had to do that. We borrowed some equipment so we could do 2 courts in this last tournament that we did. And it was bizarre. Even though it was all the same equipment, it was just a little bit different, All of it had a little bit of a different feel going into a different computer, but you get to be a creature of habit, and when anything's off, you can still get by, but you're just not near as comfortable.
Whenever I was younger, I played music on the road for a number of years, and I had road cases, and I think I had 8 road cases. That's number 6 right there. If you look on it somewhere, you will see it says stage left. And that was where I set up. and whenever the roadies come in and they began to set things, they knew where to set my stuff. But then I personally went and did my own sound check with everything. But if they tried to put me on the left side of the stage, which they tried that once or twice, I couldn't play a lick. I mean, I couldn't do a show because you're used to the other side. We're going to get to some other people out here in the audience.
We've got more guests out here we need to introduce.
Yeah, and talk to some of those. And we'll talk to you in a little bit, Mr. Plugmaster Ford.
I'll be here.
Gentlemen, how you doing?
Just fine. How's it going?
Well.
Oh, we're kicking
Hitching
mics and
mics
everything.
around.
Who we got out here?
So, I'm Matt Howell.
Matt Howell.
Yes, sir.
Where you live at, Matt?
I live just outside of Richmond, Virginia, in Mechanicsville, Virginia.
Okay, so you are a regular. Have you hunted the farm we're going to tomorrow?
I have not. I know a little bit about it. I had a little insight to it.
Okay.
But I had not personally hunted that farm.
Okay.
I know some chatter from some older guys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
we'll meet after the show. And
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to.
If you are in Virginia and you're at the DIV hunt, turn the show off right now. You can listen to the archive. You can listen to the archive sometime on Monday, but turn the show off right now because we're going to get some tips, ain't we?
Yeah, go try to.
Yeah, we're going to try to.
Yeah.
Tell us what you know about this place.
So I know it was a lot of back and forth fighting on the river, right across the Rappahannock there. So this is the federal side. Last spring they hunted the Confederate side, which was the Fair Oaks farm.
Now you're talking about Site 1.
Site 2.
Site 2.
Where
okay.
it's the big cattle farm.
Okay.
And that's I don't have the map in front of me, but
Where the old judge's house is.
correct.
Okay.
That actually I believe is close to one of the federal artillery positions.
Okay.
In that area, and I know a lot of old timers. I say old timers loosely, no offense.
None taken because there's nobody in the room older than I am. I'll tell you that.
A lot of New York and U.S. plates came out of Site 2 in the 80s, or early 90s as well. So, yeah.
There you go, Seven. You may get a plate this weekend.
I may do it. And we were just debating on which site that we wanted to go to. And by the way, guys, the DIV 40 it has two sites, and they're a few miles apart, and so you have to kind of pick whichever one. You can hunt either one of them, but you got to kind of pick. Yeah. And we we don't hardly know anything about it. We just have to kind of look at how the situation is, pick up a few tips and everything. But I kind of like the looks of Site 1 and a little bit that I've heard about it, and.
I like Site 2 because you had the judge's house there.
But you're talking about Site 2.
Site 2 is where a lot of the older plates came off of. My feeling is that I'm going to go to Site 1. Mm-hmm. It's a much larger expanse. I think that there's a good possibility of finding some trash pits, and that's really what I'm hunting for.
Well, that's what I'm hunting for too.
So you can come on over to Site 1 with me.
All right. No, he was wanting to go to 2.
Oh, 2. You want to go to 2?
You want to go to?
I'm wanting to go to. We're going to have to split up a little bit. I know.
Yeah.
But and we'll talk to some of you other guys in a minute and kind of get your thoughts on it. I'm a colonial hunter. I love colonial relics, and I love Civil War. But I guess if I had my druthers, I'd rather have colonial relics, and. I love the idea that has a rock wall that runs way down. I love the idea that there's a couple of colonial sites up in that northwest corner. But it is a hike to get up there, isn't it? It
is. I mean, they say the farm's 700 acres on that site.
700, 750, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the parking area is close, is maybe in the middle of that. So it's going to be quite a big walk. But I think that if you're a VLF guy, I think that you could do really well in some of those woods where the ground's not quite as hot and you have a little more iron mixed in, and you could do really well with, say, a AT Max or a Deus, something like that, in some of these heavy trash areas. So.
Well, we both have GPXs that we are going to use, but we both brought our AT Pros too. if I could find a colonial house, I wouldn't be against, especially if it's in the woods like that. Cause I found my best stuff last year with my CTX in the woods, using it instead of the PI machine.
What was the last hunt that you hunted on?
What
the
was
Boulder Guard. It was the farm straight across from Boulder Guard.
You were a rat tree.
Yeah.
But you guys, for what I remember, you guys went the opposite direction of everybody else.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where I found that
You found
state
that
seal.
real nice Virginia button.
Yeah, it was great. And of course, he'd made a comment about, well, there was some Confederate relics found there at one time, but then just kind of didn't say anything else about it. And then, that was all it took. See, I'm here for Confederate relics. And then,
yes, sir.
So, of course, everybody else is too, but
wow. It is Virginia.
I was blessed.
Actually, what we found was a thicket. We love hunting thickets, and that's the closest thicket that we can find. And it was a spot that it was really hard to get into. It was really hard to hunt. And Jeff and I have always agreed on this. Hunt the hardest spot that there is, because most people are going to pass it up.
That's right.
Most people
I cleaned
are going
out
to go
briar patches for an hour before I found that Virginia button.
That's right. And where we live in central Virginia, and with Richmond specifically, you're talking about guys who hunted. I've seen tagged relics from 1949. And, those guys, they hunted all the easy spots. Well, our success is hunting the trenches and the hills that nobody wants to hunt.
Yeah, that's it.
And the more you do on those areas, the more successful you are.
Yep, that's right.
The more garbage, the more trash, the more aluminum you dig, you pick up, the better off you're going to be, because the good relics are hidden where the other guys were lazy.
That's right. We hunted a spot in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Some good friends of ours, Ron and Tim from Dig Dogs. They invited us down, and then we, this one farm we went to, we got chased by a bull, and then we had to cross the fence and cross the creek. And next thing you know, we're hunting this hillside, and you don't have to bend over to dig. You could dig right in front of you. Yeah. It was that steep. But, I did find, two fired
sharps.
Sharps, yeah. But, it was it would have been a lot better place if that bull hadn't got after us. We had to leave the campsite area. So.
Yeah, the camp was over here, and then there was a creek, and there's just, straight up and down hill. A goat would have trouble right there. He'd have to have a cable to kind of hold him. And we were holding on to bushes with one hand and trying to do the detector. But one good thing, when you dug a hole, all you had to do is just reach right there in front of your face. Yeah, but it was good. How many people are in this hunt?
I think the 426.
426 people.
And then I believe there was as many as 100 plus alternates. You said you were on the alternate list at some point.
Right. I was number 69 on the alternates list, but worked up to about 11 or 12.
That's pretty good for even being an alternate. So I've personally only been coming to Diggin in Virginia's for about 2 years now, and I was pretty disappointed on a lot of different occasions when I was hoping to get picked and didn't. But there's always hope for alternates,
Yeah.
There's been 2 hunts I was on the alternates list, pretty far down, and then luckily I got picked them both times. Actually, my first DIV I was on the alternates, and then I got picked out of the alternates list. So,
and what was your first DIV?
DIV 35, I believe is what it was.
35.
Yep, 35. Yep.
36 was my first one.
Okay.
So
now the only one that I've been to was last year. That was my first one.
Okay.
And first time really using a PI machine. So
you've picked it up and ran with it.
Well, I bought a GPX. I used a borrowed TDI last year, and it didn't take me very long till I was fairly comfortable with it. And I decided I'm going to get me a GPX and learn to run it, because we've got sites at home that you can use them on, Civil War places. And I thought I'm going to get one, and I'm going to get everything kind of down, get it where it's kind of second nature on some of that, learn some of the ins and outs about it and everything, and then get to use it in DIV. So I had a good hunt last year, but I think I'll have a better one this year since I know the machine more,
Yeah. More hours on the machine, especially like a GPX or any sort of pulse machine, makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And it's become my go-to machine anywhere. So, again, back in Central Virginia, we're hunting a lot of trench lines and fields that were covered over. 2 weeks ago, I dug a beer can at 4 feet, which would discourage some people.
But
But it was square in a trench line. Well, and since then I've dug a U.S. box plate, and we've dug a bunch of bayonets and things like that out of it.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what it takes. I mean, it takes that machine to get down there deep. And then, I mean, if you find like you said, a beer can at 4 foot deep, you know that there's something else buried deep that's going to be pretty good. So,
well, it turns out that the farmer had a few drinks while he was filling that trench line.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the nature of the beast.
Yeah, it is.
Or it could have been a Confederate beer can. You don't ever know.
It could have
Well, National Bohemian. I'm not quite old enough to drink that, but. So.
Well, I tell you what. Good luck this week. Hope that you do great. And
well, thank you. I appreciate you guys having me on the show. I will take a minute to plug my channel.
Oh yeah. By all means.
My channel's Gone Diggin', and faithful subscriber of you guys, and I'm so glad to meet you guys in person. And we also do Virginia Diggers on Facebook.
Okay.
So if any of the guys are interested in that, look us up. You know, we always have a good time, and you know, the Diggin' in Virginia events for me are meeting guys like you and really just enjoying the fellowship of this. If you dig a bullet, that's a bonus, but you meet new friends, and you'll always have new friends for life.
That's right. I've met many of people here and talk to every day on the phone just about it. So, I mean, you could, like a lot of people that was here at the meeting, I mean, it was their first time, and then they'll leave with more friends than they had when they come. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it's amazing, and you probably have this happen to you too. Today in the meeting here, last year in the buffet line and everything, people will say, "You're digging with 7," you know, and "You're Tennessee Jeff." And you don't know those people, but they know you, and then you get to know them. And after you see them and talk to them, then you look at those comments and you say, "Yeah, I know her, I know him," you know.
Yeah.
But it's great to get to come here and meet everybody, and I'm like you. The relics are just a bonus, you know.
Yeah, that's
it's
right.
just fun of everybody getting together and everything. What are y'all on Facebook now?
So it's Virginia Diggers
On Facebook.
on Facebook. It's a Facebook group. It's open for anybody.
Okay.
And then my YouTube is Gone Diggin'.
Gone Diggin'.
So maybe we can do a collaboration one day.
Yeah, maybe we will.
You guys want to come to Richmond? We'll put you on a site.
Okay.
If you want to come to Tennessee, I can put you on somewhere else. So.
That sounds good. So, well, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for being here with us. And by the way, guys, we've got some cards, we got some stickers. Everybody, get out of here with some of those.
Yeah.
Probably,
well, hold on a minute.
What?
I just see Digging with 7. Where's my cards?
How much did you order any?
Well, I left them at home.
Left them at home. Tennessee Jeff does have cards, but our collaboration is on Digging with 7 on YouTube.
Yeah.
And but our banner has all of us and everything.
Yeah.
What a banner, I tell you.
It
what.
is. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Come here, Barb. No.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, you got to. Don't hit that, knock Jeff's camera over now. He'll kill you.
There's a good sticker. What about that? Dirt
She's bringing
Pirate.
us some Dirt Pirates. What did you think when you looked out across the parking lot and here I came?
I said I'm going to kill him.
She did win that knife. Did you see her knife?
I seen her win that knife.
Watch your back.
And that scared me.
That's why I'm not hunting on the same farm with you.
Where are you going, Barb, tomorrow? Have you decided?
No.
It's a hard decision. And if we go to one and we don't find anything, then we're going to say, should have went to the other one. Then if we go to it and then somebody finds something on that one the next day, should have stayed where I was at. It's just that way, you know, all the way through.
I asked my driver, I said, so where are we going, Site 1 or Site 2? He said, I'm leaving it all up to you. To the 3 riders. I'm like, that ain't fair.
That's not fair.
No.
Well, as soon as the show's over tonight, we're going to sit down and we're going to talk to everybody that is here that knows anything about anything here in Virginia, and we're going to try to get the inside scoop on everything that we can. And we're probably going to wind up hitting both sides, both sides. But
Are you sure you're able to walk that far?
Well, let me tell you something, son. I ain't got to walk you.
Well, hey, that's not saying much.
I may be old, but I ain't dead. I'm going to put everybody, mute everybody's microphone. We need to pay some bills, and we'll be right back.
If your passion is metal detecting, then you know how much your success is based on the equipment you use. Let my buddy Tim Henderson of Murray Branch Outdoors in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, help you with that. Tim is an authorized dealer of Garrett, XP Deus, Tesoro, and macro detectors and supplies. He also carries a variety of aftermarket coils. Murray Branch Outdoors is not only competitive in their prices, but the service after the sale is second to none. You know, we've all experienced those situations where we purchase a new detector and then we get out in the field and we have questions about settings or operation of that particular detector. Well, I tell you what, with your purchase from Murray Branch Outdoors, you're also going to get Tim's personal cell phone number. That's right, his own cell phone number, and you're just a quick phone call away from getting answers to those questions. Now try that with some chain store purchase of a detector. Murray Branch Outdoors also deals in used detectors, and he'll give you top dollar for your trade-in whenever you decide to upgrade. So give Tim of Murray Branch Outdoors a call at 615-948-4611 and tell him Relics Radio said hey.
Yeah, go check our buddy Tim Henderson out, and he will fix you up with a metal detector or any questions that you might have. He's a great guy. And let me give out the call-in number, too. I think that we can take calls here, and somebody might want to say something other to Barb and rib her just a little bit along with us. The number is 270-495-0315. And if somebody will put that call-in number for us, we'd like to just try it a little bit if we could, just see if we could get a call here. Everything seems to be running pretty stable.
Yeah, you've done pretty good for a redneck with a metal detector.
Yeah, while you were in there eating supper.
Well, yeah, I was hungry.
Now, Barb, when you came in, who's in here working?
You.
Yeah, but how much was set up when you got in here?
All of it.
Okay, there you go. See, we set it up and left. He was over here tinkering. Well, this has got to be this way. He was moving the mouses around, and then.
Now, see, I thought she was my friend, and she didn't even back me up. Had a perfect chance right there to back me up. But you're looking to find something great, I know, ain't you?
I hope.
Yeah.
I hope. I don't care how dirty I get.
Oh,
Whatever.
no.
That's right. There you go.
Well,
we're finding the CS plate, ain't we?
Well, know the diggers and the princesses at the end of the day when who's got the most mud under their nails.
That's right. And it's going to be a dirty spot. There's just no doubt about it. You know, it's not going to be as red as what we hunted in the spring last year, but it's going to be muddy and nasty.
Yeah, it will be.
But I'd rather have that than 6 inches of snow on the ground.
Yeah.
Because we can swing and we can dig. And, you know, we can throw these clothes away and take a bath, and we won't look no better than we do right now. But
and I will be riding in your vehicle, so it
that's
doesn't.
right.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm glad I'm not a driver.
That's right. And his vehicle, I've never seen it so clean. He washed and waxed it, changed the oil, done this, done that, and then to come and play in this red dirt. And then I was like, man.
I'll tell you guys a funny story about cleaning up my vehicle. I don't clean my vehicle up much, because we relic hunt out of it. And, you know, you throw all your trash in there and your detectors and your shovel and everything. But anyway, my wife gets in it every now and then, and she says, it stinks in here. And she said, it's all them old sweaty shirts and things that you take off and put in here, I think. And I said, well, hey, this is my relic wagon, you know, or Suburban. I'm going to do whatever I want to with it. And I said, if it gets too bad, you can get out and walk, you know. And, of course, I've got used to the smell. But I went to cleaning the back end out, and, of course, I've got all kind of old jackets and stuff like that. And I got down to the very bottom, and I found one of those plastic garbage bags. And I looked in that garbage bag, and there was a receipt and what looked like, I believe, 2 bananas. And the receipt was from a grocery store in 2010, so they probably did stink a few years back.
Mine's not even that bad.
Mine either.
But I'm just kidding about that. It probably hadn't been in there but a year. You know, but that's bad enough.
It's fermenting.
Yeah, just fermenting. But yeah, so you don't know where you're going to go, Barb.
She does, but she can't say. That's what. Yeah. So
I know the 2 points, one in each, where I want to go.
Yeah.
It's just a matter which one wins.
I hope you pick the right one. That's all.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's like flip a coin.
Yep.
Anybody got a silver one? Don't want no cheap coin if I'm going to flip
That's
one.
right.
Well, me and Jeff Ford, we had a bunch of silver, but we melted them all down last week.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, don't say that. You know that hurts me.
I did that for you, Heath Jones, right there, because I know how that you guys like the river.
We got Ronnie in the house. There's Woody. Sorry, we're having so much fun, and I got to get on this chat here to see.
Someone
Chris,
did
Bill.
ask in the chat what I'm going to do with my sign.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You went to all the trouble making
Yeah,
sign. What are you going to do?
I'm going to smack you with it.
Well, I'd rather be hit by that than the knife that you won.
That was a nice knife.
It was, man.
Wasn't that great? The contribution that was given to the lady there. What was her name?
Emily.
Emily. Yeah. She was just blown away by that, and money that was supplied by all of us hunters, a little bit. She got $6,000, and then on the half and half got another 600 and something other out of that.
No, it was
900,
nine
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
9 something.
Yeah,
Okay.
another-
Yeah, so 7,000.
Her husband passed away.
Yeah, Shane.
Was it earlier this year?
In February.
February. And that was just great to see. It brings a tear to your eye. And it kind of makes you understand that, this is a community. This kind of is a family. And we're not here just for the relics. Of course, we dog one another. And, I'm going to find something better than you. I'm going to find something better than you. But at the end of the day, the best thing we find is each other, isn't it?
Absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah. And I've seen that, at these hunts, and it's just it's wonderful. John and Rose do a great job.
They do. Yeah.
And I was hoping that they would be here tonight, and I said something to different ones, about coming. Of course, we've got several people in the room here tonight, and we wanted to try this and see if we could make it work. Hey, these phone lines are still open, 270-495-0315. What else you got to say, Barb?
May the relic gods be nice to me. That's about it.
Here we talk about all this family, and did you hear, may the relic gods be me?
So we know where her brain is. I'm not worried about y'all. I want the relics.
Y'all. I come first.
That's what we're here for.
Hey, good job. Earl from Virginia, come sit down over here and talk to us for a minute.
Come on, Earl. Yeah, we got a local here, Winchester.
We got to put on the headphones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't have to get too close to that one there. This is Earl from Virginia. You live down where, Earl?
I live in Winchester, Virginia. It's about 1 hour and 30 minutes west over the Blue Ridge.
1 hour and 30 minutes. What about that?
Took me and Jeff about 10 hours.
It took him that long to use the bathroom. What are you talking about? That's why we were so late.
I had to dodge Christmas trees coming up here. They were laying down all over 17 up through Paris, so stay back.
No, get a little bit closer. Not real close, but just a little bit.
I got held up.
You don't have the wind that Barb does. I got you back for the sign deal. Oh, the knife now. You know a little bit more about this area. Do you know anything about these two farms?
I don't know about these two. I've been to 9 DIVs and Brandy Rock and the one you were at, Jeff. Beauregard,
Beauregard.
Brandy Rock, Beauregard for me, and then Hansborough Ridge and Coles Hill. Of course, we lost Hansborough Ridge for the Conservation Act, and then no, I don't. I've always passed that area. There, I got to pass that area every time I come up here, and I always said there's got to be something here, and there is in Warrenton and back the other way. So
yeah, of course, I'm sure there was at one time. Let's hope they didn't find it all.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, it's a crossroads from here to Fredericksburg, so I mean, it's strung out all the way to Shenandoah Valley to Winchester. Here, it's just a big old triangle. So there's going to be stuff everywhere between the valley and here. So.
Yeah, it's beautiful here.
Oh, yeah.
Got snow up on the Blue Ridge Mountains. Snow melted off here, which is a good thing.
It is a good thing.
And the forecast looks good. I mean, it's going to be around 50 degrees.
But the low in the morning, that's pretty chilly. What, 20s?
26, I think they're calling, unless it's changed. 20. Did it change, guys? 26, 27, I think is what they're calling for in the morning.
Yeah.
Cold.
Yeah, it's kind of strange though. I mean, like I said, I'm an iron. 30 minutes yesterday. I sent you guys the text. We got about 8 to 10 inches of snow, and it's half of it's still there this morning. So, time I got over the Blue Ridge and up on 29 is pretty much melted off. So, the last 30 minute drive has been clean. So,
yeah,
we're looking good for the rest.
I know I got a few pictures coming over the mountains, and I mean they were pretty.
Oh yeah. Bunch of trees down. There's some down where we're going to hunt too. There was some pines and stuff. The pines took a beating off the snow. The snow was pretty heavy. So
yeah, it was big wet snow. It looked like so.
Well, this is just my second year, and I think I'm better equipped. I know the pulse machine better this year, and I'm looking forward to it. I don't care which farm we go to. And I'll almost guarantee you that me and Jeff are going to find a growed-up spot, a thicket somewhere.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to.
I love finding those spots that nobody else will hunt. If you throw me in a nail patch, I'm tickled to death to be there because I know most people are going to give that up in about 30 minutes, I guess. Let's see. We got a caller coming in here, 8278. Who we got?
Yeah, how you doing? This is DK calling in. Watching you here on Facebook and listening to you on.
Hello, DK. How you doing?
Hold on just a minute. I don't have that one hooked up. Talk to him this minute.
Good. He's working on you. We're having technical difficulties. So.
How you guys doing? Hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear me?
No, I don't have him plugged in yet.
I can hear him.
You can hear.
I can hear him.
He can't hear us though.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he can hear us.
Hey, I can hear y'all.
Okay. All right. He's working on it now.
All right. Well, hey, I'm just
there
sitting
we
here
go.
watching y'all.
Oh yeah, there we go. So you're watching us on Facebook Live, huh?
I am watching on Plug Masters and then also listening to the audio track from Spreaker. So pretty cool little deal. Congratulations, you guys, for hooking this up.
Well, we appreciate it. We appreciate you watching and listening. And of course, we're just like two rednecks with a metal detector and sitting here in Culpeper, Virginia, just getting ready to play in the red clay. So.
Yeah, you got Earl from Virginia there. You guys are doing a great job.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Well, we appreciate it.
Yeah, I've never been to DIV. It's something I definitely want to do. Maybe in the next year or two I'll get a chance to come on out. But, yeah, it looks like it's a lot of fun. I've been on their website tonight since you all brought it up, reading about it. And, yeah, I'd love to try it sometime.
Oh, yeah, it'd be nice. I mean, you just sign up. You have to pay attention to mytreasurespot.com and just make sure you watch it pretty much every day when the sign-ups are getting close, and then go ahead and put your name in, and then maybe you'll get drawn next year.
And for those of you that don't know, DK has got Adventures in Dirt, and he does a wonderful job there of just going through each week and picking out clips from everybody's video, and really, rather than showcasing himself, he showcases us. And that is that's a novel idea, but obviously those of us that get featured on that, we love it, don't we, Jeff Ford? Love it.
Actually, DK just contacted me this past week. They asked me if he can plug me a little bit. I don't know if he will or not, but I mean, that's kind of cool. He's on the line right now.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yep.
Yeah, Earl. Yeah, I did. Thank you.
Give him a wave over there.
Yeah,
he's watching you right there.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks. Appreciate that, Seven.
Let me ask you before you get off here, DK. What does the sound, the audio, and everything sound okay on your end?
It does. It absolutely does. There's a delay between the video feed and the audio feed. So I'm listening to the Spreaker audio feed. I can tell you the sound over the phone is great, incredible. So I hear all of you very clear, and I think it's working out real well. So you got a good thing going.
Well,
that's good.
Good deal. We're not in that $100,000 studio right now. We're just on the tabletop with a bunch of redneck stuff. But everything looks good here and sounds good to us. But you don't always know, how it's going to come out on the other end. But
no, I think you got it. You definitely got it.
You guys check out Adventures in Dirt. I know that you're going to like it, and he's going to put you in touch with. Let me ask you a question. How many hours does it take you in a week to watch the videos and pick what you're going to do?
I was curious about the same thing.
Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah, more than I care to admit, probably. But I do. I found myself always watching these videos. I find a lot of inspiration out of everything everyone's doing out there, all the digging. Try to put as many digging videos out as I can, but it becomes more and more difficult. And so I found myself watching more videos and becoming really inspired by them. So as I find something that's of interest, I definitely wanted to see if I can put a shout out to them together, and kind of came up with this idea for the Weekly Dirt, which is the series name that I put out every Sunday. And I started reaching out to people asking for permission, and I received some permissions, and I'll continue to do that as I become subscribers of channels myself and see what they're all about. And I just do little 2-minute clips just to kind of give people a feel for what the channel's kind of about. But I spend probably a total of a couple hours watching videos, and then another about 4 to 5 hours editing the episodes together. So
I know you put in a lot of work, and we certainly do appreciate you calling in, and hope that that we get to meet you at maybe the next DIV or at CWPPO or something, some organized hunt somewhere. But hey, everybody,
I'm sure you will.
DK, Adventures in Dirt, and go check him out. Check him out on YouTube. He does a great job, and we appreciate you calling. You can hang on the line if you want to. We got another caller we need to bring in. I don't know.
Well, I'll go ahead and let you go into them, and you guys have a good show. Jeff, good seeing you. Seven, good seeing you. And Earl, good seeing you as well.
All right, thank you very much.
See you. Who we got on the line now?
Yes, Bill Hayes.
Hey,
Bill. How you doing, buddy?
What's going on?
Okay. Just figured I'd give you all a call. I should have been down there. I was picked for the list, and I had to drop out because of medical problems.
I can understand that. I thought I was going to have to drop out too. And
I remember seeing your name drop out. I remember them saying that you dropped out because of medical problems. Are you doing all right now?
Yeah, I probably could have hunted, but I never made it with that ATX. That thing would have beat me to pieces for a week or for the weekend.
Yeah.
Days I might be able to handle.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, but I figured it was cutting a little too close to try it.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping to make the fall hunt.
Well, we wish you were here. Are you watching us or just listening to us? Because we're on.
Just listening. I'm on the Spreaker.
On the Spreaker, yeah.
Okay.
We really do appreciate your support
we
each
sure
week. We need to get you on as a guest one night and get you to come on and pick your brain on all of this, especially if you've got some DIV experience and everything, find out what you know.
Yeah, I've had a few. I think I've been Brandy Rock and Beauregard, and then did 2 shots over there at the Glebe or Rattery.
Yeah, Rattery.
That's the last one I was able to make.
Which DIV was that?
See, it was last spring.
Last spring, okay.
You all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to hunt with Barb in that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Barb is here. She was on a while ago. I guess you heard her. If you didn't, you can catch the archive.
Yeah, she won a knife earlier at the pre-hunt meeting, so we were all kind of watching that.
Yeah, I got a bodyguard that's going to take me out of here tonight because I tricked Barb and everything. But, Bill, so glad that you called in and glad that you're feeling better and everything, and we'll dig a bullet for you. 2. Barb said she'd dig you one, too.
He wants a good one.
Hey, appreciate you calling in.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you, Bill.
Yeah. Talk to you guys later.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Bye.
If you're watching me on Facebook, what I'm trying to do right now, I'm trying to find somebody else that wants to come up and talk right here.
Come on out.
Hey, thanks, Earl.
Yeah, man.
And check Earl out. Tell him what your YouTube.
Earl from Virginia.
Earl from
Virginia.
Yeah. Somebody over here want to talk? You want to talk?
Yeah, he does. He does. Yeah, come on.
We'll get Missouri Mike in a minute.
What's your name?
Ross Walker.
Ross Walker. Nice to meet you.
Walker.
Nice to meet you.
So now we can get some more information on the sites
More,
here. Yeah. He was sitting over there with the other guy.
Well,
Yeah. And Missouri Mike's taking notes. He's our stenographer here today. He's taking notes of everything that y'all say. Plus, whenever we get done, we're going to go back to the room and we're going to play the archive and make sure we didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
How many of these hunts have you been on here?
This is my second hunt. Actually, my last one was DIV 39 at Rattray. So I'm pretty new to the DIV world. New to the GPX, still trying to learn it. You can't learn that machine taking it out a couple times. You really got to pound it out and hunt hard with that machine.
Have you got a 4500? Is that what you've got?
Sir.
Yeah, that's what I've got. Jeff's got a 48.
Yeah, I got the 48.
And I know Barb's got a 45. I'm impressed with a 45. I'm satisfied with it.
I love mine. It's really shown me a lot. I've dug some deep relics out of spots that I thought I pounded out. Just going back over top myself and just listening for them quiet whispers, and you're digging bullets 12 inches deep. No problem.
See, that's a good thing from my area. In Middle Tennessee, as far as I know, I'm the only one that has a GPX, and then, of course, I can go over all the old farms, and it's just like brand new.
Oh yeah,
and so it's worked out great.
Yeah. You just running an 11-inch coil on it?
Just stock coil, stock batteries. It's expensive to start getting all these newer heads and the screamer packs and all that. You see other guys using them and they're doing well with them, and you're like, man, I wish I could have that, but man, you got to drop some money.
Oh yeah, you can buy a brand new coil for a AT Pro for $120.
Sure, yeah.
Now GPX is like $400 or $500.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and not everybody's got that to.
Yeah, just to throw over. Yeah.
Right.
Tony with Fort Bedford Metal Detecting brought me a coil up. I actually had talked to Heath about I talked to Fort Bedford first back 2 or 3 months ago, and I didn't know if I wanted to. I'm talking about the 10x5, the little elliptical coil. Mm-hmm. And Hornbush had one of those, and I asked him if I could borrow it. And I'd went over with my stock coil in a place that I call the 44 Woods, and we found tons of 44s in there, and a few round balls and a few buttons and everything. But I purposely hit a spot with my 11-inch coil and just kind of marked it off. It wasn't big, it might have been 4 foot by 4 foot, maybe 5. And I thought, I just don't hear anything else there. I'm pretty satisfied that I've got it. I put that little 10 by 5 coil on. I pulled 3 more bullets out there that were just as clear as a bell. But you were just pulling so much stuff, with that big coil that you just couldn't hear it.
Sure. And that's what you got to know. You got to start learning when you need to change your head, change the coil to what you're hunting. Sometimes you get out in these big fields and you think it's hunted out. You put an 18-inch head on that sucker and you start pulling out, just like Matt and Ricky Ladd did the other day. They pulled out some really beautiful bayonets.
Yeah.
They were deep.
And I'm sure people's walked over them 100 times.
If I would walk over with my stock coil, I probably never heard it. But they're digging these really deep relics, and they're good relics.
I'm going to tell you something that you may not believe, and I stumbled onto it by accident. Me and Jeff were running our gain at 9 to 13, and I accidentally, whenever you turn your left knob, you selecting what you want,
sure.
And then you turn your right knob, like you turn it to gain, and then you turn your right knob to increase the numbers or decrease them. Well, I increased mine from like 11 to 13. But then I didn't take my left knob and pull it back over. So if you ever hit that knob, it's going to change it.
Right.
My machine just quietened down, got so stable, and I was hearing little whispers that were deep and digging bullets, and I thought, man, what has happened to this machine? I looked, and my gain was on 4.
Oh, wow.
I just wasn't pumping all of that. And you're getting an echo whenever you pump all that into it. So me and Jeff started hunting I couldn't stay at 4. I had to inch it on up to 5, sometimes 6. But I've not hunted with my gain over that any.
No, and I have went over spots that when I've had my GPX on like 12 to 13, 14, and go back over it with it on 5 and find bullets.
Wow. Okay.
So I mean, it does work.
You want it to be nice and quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do, because you can't hear those little whispers,
right,
if it's not quiet. And I wondered, whenever I'd find one of those, and then I'd turn it up to 9, and it didn't really increase the signal, it just increased the noise that was around it.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned something, and I learned it by accident. And, me and Barb, we've talked about that before, the gain, and we've heard of other people that have turned theirs down to 5. So it's something to try.
Yeah.
And, I'll try anything for a little while.
That's right. A lot of guys preach the higher the gain, the deeper you dig, which is 100% true.
Yeah.
But you're not going to dig those deep targets if you can't hear them because
That's
you got
right.
so much back noise. So, back down on it. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's as much. Well, it's noise. It's what it is. But what you're doing, you're pumping a lot of power down into the ground, and you're actually getting a radar or an echo effect. That power's going in and it's coming back, and it's just clouding everything up. I don't know. I'm not, I'm just a redneck with a metal detector.
Yeah.
I'm not an engineer, electrical, or any other way.
That's why you don't touch the settings once you get them where you need them.
No, I mess with my settings all the time. I'm not afraid to try something new. And what are your projections on these 2 farms?
Just ride Matt's coattail everywhere he goes.
No, that's like a good idea.
No, I mean, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to split up in teams, and we're going to work together, try and find some spots that produce, and then go pound those spots hard and just stick there for the 3-day duration.
What we need to do probably is exchange phone numbers or something.
Exactly, no doubt.
Yeah. You're thinking the same thing?
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys are going to come and sit through this show right here, we don't mind sharing with you
We
guys.
do not mind at all.
I mean, I'll hunt.
We're not greedy. We'd love to have pits beside each other. And
Yeah,
just
that
sit
would
there
be
and
great.
dig them out.
And we all came here for one reason, and that is, to have fun with one another, to have the camaraderie that we have, and somebody get out with a good. Every time me and Jeff go out and we kid one another about, I'm going to get in your line, I'm going to do this right here. Neither one of us cares who finds what. We want a good video. If Jeff goes in there tomorrow and he finds 400 plates and every button,
Barb said she's going to shoot us.
Well, she ain't got a gun. She's got that knife. But
I don't know. She may have a gun.
We got another caller here. Let's see. I don't know what's the number right there. 79 or 9302. Who we got?
Hey, Lloyd, this is Woody Jones. Great show, guys. I'm glad y'all up in DIV and hope y'all find a bunch of good stuff. But I just got one question, and I'll hang up and listen to the response.
Okay.
What's the best find that's ever been found at one of these DIV digs so far that people is the ultimate?
Well,
the best thing they could ever find, and it was like, bam, here it is.
Hold on one second.
And,
what's the best find that's ever been found at DIV?
We're
off the top of my head, I remember watching a video. It was Mark Science's video, and it was a guy. I mean, he dug a $20 gold piece, a breastplate, $5 gold piece, $2 gold piece, and about 4 or 5 half silver dollars out of one hole.
Yeah, I see.
I mean, that's
video.
hard.
That's
hard to beat.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's a pretty good cash there.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So
yes,
you
sir.
had 3
yes,
gold
sir.
coins and a bunch of silver.
half dollars,
and a breastplate.
The breastplate's what got him in the hole.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's incredible.
That is awesome.
It is.
Yeah, that's
that's
great.
my
That's
personal opinion, but somebody else might say.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's a lot of great finds out there, and that we haven't heard of.
Yeah.
It depends on what you like too. There's some guys get into these latrines and dig 25, 50 bottles out of one pit. It's just all what you're into, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great to find a cool bottle. I've got an old Clorox bottle on there. It's not real old, but I found it. It still had a cork in it.
Man,
so to me, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome to me.
I've never found a Civil War era bottle, and then I would love to find one this weekend.
That's my goal. I've never found one
either.
Man.
Well, there you
hopefully
go, boy.
We'll break it.
Hey, great question,
yes,
Woody,
sir.
and thanks for calling in. Appreciate you supporting us with everything.
All right, buddy. Y'all have a great time. I hope y'all find lots of stuff, and I'll talk to y'all later.
Okay.
Thanks, Woody.
Okay.
All right.
Appreciate
Bye-bye.
it. Yeah, we'll swap numbers here in a minute. Okay.
Sounds good.
Have you got a YouTube channel or Facebook channel? Don't have either one.
No.
Well,
I tag along with Matt.
Well, then
get tagged in some of those videos, and
we've got Matt's stuff there. Then
right, and a great page.
We'll swap numbers here in a little bit, and then we'll help one another out. Appreciate you coming on with us.
Appreciate it.
Missouri Mac, you're up. Missouri Mac rides around with Jeff Ford, and
how do you put up with that?
I am the navigator. A couple years ago, I led him down a dirt road that we ended up, I don't know where we were at. We were supposed to be at a Holiday Inn, but we ended up in somebody's driveway. So we went east instead of west. So. He doesn't let me bring my little Garmin window thing anymore. He says you can't have that.
Yeah. Now, Jeff Ford says a 1974 model.
So he stripped me of my navigation duties.
Yeah, you guys, y'all hunt on Thursdays a lot of times, and I know a few shows back, almost every week, you guys were driving home and listening to the show, and you were the one that's probably commenting. I hope you were instead of Jeff driving. So we got to meet Missouri Mike last year. He is a great hunter, just a great guy. I decided to sell my CTX last year, and I told Jeff Ford, I said, I'm kind of tossed back and forth whether I want to or I don't want to, and I about decided I want to and get a GPX. And so Mike said that he would take it from me. Has it worked well for you?
Oh yeah, it's been great. Went out and I found more silvers. I actually found a half dime with it the first month I had it. So
Man, I hear you've been looking for a half dime forever, and he gets your old detector and finds one right off the bat.
It's one of them ones there. You go back right at dark, and I think it was a 1854, 1856 half dime. So that's probably been my best find. It's pretty nice.
That's a good find.
Let me tell you what, and I'm not stretching the truth at all. My very first signal, the very first day that I took it hunting, was a walk-in Liberty $50, and I'd already hunted that spot. Me and the Mike that I hunt with, we had hunted that, and I got this signal, and I said, that sounds good, and I like the numbers on it. It's like it might be a $50 type thing, because you're talking about a 0 or a 1 or a 2, at the front of it, and that means that it's big. Mm-hmm. But then it had like 45, 46, 47 on the end of it, on the conductivity number, and I thought, I'm going to dig that. And that's what it was. So it's not bashful. It'll find some good stuff. And I found a ton of buttons and stuff with that machine. But it just didn't suit me for colonial relic hunting as much as some of the other machines do.
It's a great machine. You get out and you get coin hunting. That's what Jeff and I do mainly, is knocking doors, and you get learning the machine. You can, it's not always right, but when you look at the numbers and you got a good idea what the depth is, you can kind of, if it's a good coin or a good item to dig, But nowadays, technology's catching up, and you've got a lot of new machines out now, and a lot of good machines, coming on strong. So.
I know at that Equinox, I'm thinking about it very hard. I mean, like you said, technology is coming up, and of course, we need a machine that's got real good separation. So,
well, technology, that's one of the things that's going to keep you in the good targets. You're going to just keep finding good stuff all the time. The more you learn the machine, and then technology comes along too, and there's always going to be some new spots, but you'll always have the old spots to go back on all the stuff that was missed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, good luck tomorrow. We want to talk to Butch for a minute. I don't want him to leave. Good luck tomorrow, and if you guys find anything, call us. If we find anything, we're going to call you.
All right.
Okay?
Sounds like a winner.
Okay.
Here you go, guys.
He's got work to do.
I know. I got there late on.
Well, look who we got here, Seven.
Oh, we got a legend.
We got a legend here.
We got a legend in the house here. Sure.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
How you doing,
Where's
Butch?
the legend? How you guys doing, man?
Just
Good
fine.
to see
Just
you.
fine. Enjoying the fixing to enjoy the red clay dirt. So
Is that what's under this white stuff?
well, I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. We don't get this down in Georgia. I wasn't sure what it was.
Yeah, we don't get it much in Tennessee either.
No, that's right.
And I'm glad of that.
Oh,
so.
yes, absolutely.
North Southern Kentucky, we don't have it either. But
so we're all foreigners here.
We are.
Yeah.
We are. We just come in here and just take their stuff and take it back home with us, don't we?
Well, some people take their stuff. Some people can't find their stuff. But
yeah.
I tend. It's like fishing. I tend to make too much noise, and I think I spook the relics and I go deeper.
That's why they call it hunting.
That's it. That's it.
And
Instead
that's why,
of finding it.
Yeah,
Yep.
you just got to get in there and find it. Sure do.
But you know, if you aren't digging the targets and aren't swinging the coil, you will not dig. You won't find it.
You sure won't. You can't find relics on the couch.
No, you can't. Absolutely.
That's
Told
right.
many a person that.
Yep.
They're like, how do you find so much stuff? I'm like, I dig a whole lot of holes.
That's right.
Now, how many holes have you dug in your lifetime?
I've actually wondered that before. But I'm in my 50th year of hunting, and I used to do it. My God, I would keep a metal detector with me, go every afternoon after work, even in the rain sometimes. In fact, Fisher sent me a nasty letter one time because I fried one of their detectors. But I would go. I hate to admit this. I laid out of work to go metal detecting. Now that's bad. That's why.
That's bad. Yeah, I've never done that
for
before.
myself
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay.
let me tell you a little story, Butch. We worked at a sewing factory whenever I was younger.
Yeah.
And sewed garments. I mean, that's what kept Southern Kentucky alive.
Mm-hmm.
And then NAFTA killed the garment industry in Southern Kentucky. But anyway, I was working, and it was almost dinner time. It's about 11 o'clock. Big thunderstorm came up, knocked all the lights out, and they called the electric company. Well, it's going to be an hour and a half before they get everything back on. And it's in the springtime, and the stripe were running. You know what I'm talking about, the white bass.
The striper. Oh, my gosh.
They were running in the creeks, and so we fished the afternoon before, and I mean, we were just killing them. So I put me a big old sign and took a magic marker, and I put "Gone Fishing" on it. It was on a Friday afternoon. They'd already paid us. That's where they made their mistake. And we hung it up. I hung it up on my machine and went stripe fishing the rest of that Friday afternoon and never did come back. They got them on in about 45 minutes. So whenever I come in on Monday morning, Loy Malum, come to the office, you know. Well, I went to the office, and he held up my little sign. He said, "Did you think that was funny?" And I said, "Well, I didn't really mean it to be funny. I just wanted to let you know where I was at." And he said, "Well, what do you think I ought to do to you?" And I said, "Well, it's your business. You do whatever you want to, you know." And he said, "Well, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to suspend you for 3 days without pay." And I said, "Gone fishing."
Gone fishing. That's right. That's right. Punish me, please.
Hurt me some more.
You know, the best boss and the worst boss both I ever had was a guy at a machine shop who was actually a metal detectorist. So he was great because of the fact we could share his old sights because he didn't do it much anymore. But every time I was sick from work, guess what he asked me? What'd you find yesterday?
A nice sunny 60-degree weather.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I learned.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking, Butch? Site 1 or 2?
Well,
you don't have to give it out.
I'm looking at site 3, actually.
Site 3.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm going to send everybody looking for site 3. You guys go look for site 3. Okay. And then when you get tired, come up and I'll be at site 1.
Okay, all right.
Are you going to 1?
I think I am going to start at 1.
I like 1. These other guys, they like 2.
Whichever one I'm not at, invariably is where all the Confederate stuff will be found.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the same way. So you may turn out good. So.
Hey, that's right. We'll let it work for us. Yes.
Yeah, if it does, it does.
Well, I tell you one thing we're going to do is we're going to have a lot of fun.
Yes, we
and
are.
we're going to have some wet knees.
Yep.
Yes, we are.
It's for folks that hadn't been keeping up with it. We got up here yesterday, I believe. It was 6 to 8 inches of snow on the ground, and we were just dreading what it was going to be. But today, guys, it's warmed up to the late 40s, I guess.
No, we
40s.
got into the 50s before
50s,
before
and
I
I'm looking out there, and I'm seeing just wet grass now, and I'm loving that.
Yeah, I am too.
Extra depth, too.
Yeah, it sure
will
is.
Be.
And all that red clay is going to be all over us.
We're going to. Well, I'm riding with someone else this time.
Well,
There's
I'm
a reason
riding
for
with
that.
Mr. 7 here, so.
Let me sell you a plastic tarp.
He's going to need one.
I don't need one. I've got some of that red Culpeper mud. I went to clean my truck up, and I had some under a floor mat that I got last year, and I've cleaned it some. But,
it'll stay there for years.
It'll stay there for a long time. And up under the fender wells, you can't ever get that out right there. We're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to meet a lot of people and everything. And there is a good camaraderie between this community and group. Don't you think that it was one of the greatest things that we ever seen this afternoon at the pre-hunt meeting? Whenever Emily got the money, the donation, and everything,
that was touching. I mean, that was.
It brought a tear to my eye.
Talking about Shane's wife,
right.
Shane Seal. For those that didn't know him, he passed away. I think it was in February. Great guy. Had a huge heart, and he was a big man too. But
he was.
Yeah, he passed away. But they did a raffle and donation, and all of the people that come to these hunts chipped in, I think, and gave her some money, gave her a big check, and I believe she was crying. It was touching. It was just.
I don't know if she was, but I was.
I was. Yeah, everybody else was, and she wasn't.
I'm not ashamed to say that that touched my heart. It really did. And when you see something like that, I mean, we're all, we act all tough and everything, but we got good hearts.
We do, yeah.
And it's good.
For the most part.
Yeah.
For the most part, we do.
Until it comes to, Butch, which site you going to hunt tomorrow?
Number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3, where's that? I didn't get that
I'll
map.
say everybody in this room's got a good heart.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, it's a good hobby. I mean, I've been in it forever, it seems like, since I was, about 10 years old, in some form or another. And
you're one of the only people that I talked to that's been in it longer than I have. I got in it in 1976.
Yeah.
And it was a long time ago.
That's a long time ago, too. We're both veterans.
I've seen, I strung around
Did you cuss me for digging all the stuff?
No.
That's what I did. The people that came before me, I'm like, y'all dug it all up.
Yeah, why didn't you leave some?
Yeah.
No, I had one of those old White's metal detectors, and there was a school across from me. And the good thing was, whenever I started, they hadn't lost any clad yet. Everything you found was silver.
Yeah.
Man.
And there wasn't any pull tabs. There was bottle caps, but there wasn't any pull tabs back then.
And see, early on, I hunted the battlefields and camps. I never went and coin hunted the schools and all. It just never occurred to me because I had some trenches near where I lived. There was a lot of battle activity. I mean, I could have hunted the school I was going to, but that just, at the time, never occurred to me.
Well, if I'd had, I was in Texas at the time. I was born and raised in Lubbock, Texas, and we didn't have any Civil War sites right there. If we'd had Civil War sites or colonial houses, that's what I would have hunted. But you find treasure wherever you're at.
You better believe it.
And, a lot of people say, well, I wish that I'd lived at a Civil War site. You got treasure right there in your backyard, or close to your backyard anyway.
And it's all in what you consider treasure. I mean,
sure.
But let's face it, all of it, other than maybe the pull tabs and some of the real junk, it's treasure to somebody. It's neat to find. And you guys, let me ask you, in all my years, I still find this true, and I believe y'all probably would too, but it seems like every time you go out, you will find something you've never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, how many pieces of stuff is there out there that's so different? It's amazing.
And you can't tell what it is. And you'll find a piece, and then, like maybe a year later, hey, I've got that piece. It's laying over here.
I will tell you one thing: don't ever throw it away.
No, never.
That leads me to the horror story of the night. The first 6 months I was hunting, and I didn't know a lot of other people at Relic Hunting. I knew a few of them, but not a whole lot. And so I went out to this site, and one of the guys he told me, he said, we've hunted it out. And pretty much had, even though if you'd gone there with the new machines now, it'd be like it was unhunted. But back then with old coin masters and all, it was hunted out. I went in there, and I dug some kind of loop that had a chain on it. I'm like, this is weird. But I'm not going to throw it away. I'm going to put it in my car. So I put it in my car. I rode around with it for 2 or 3 weeks. Finally decided to clean my car, and I'm like, that's a piece of junk. Threw it in the dumpster. The next day, the garbage truck came out and got the dumpster. The day after that, I went into a Civil War shop in Kennesaw, Georgia, and there on the wall was a canteen with a cork puller with a chain hooked into the canteen. So I had thrown away a perfect puller with a chain.
Man.
And it was gone. It was at the dump by then.
Yeah, it was already gone.
Another time I dug up a ramrod, and it was a pot hook. I knew what it was. It had been turned into a pot hook. Mm-hmm. Coolest piece I had probably found to that point. Got ready to go, was all happy, slapping myself on the back, put it on my back bumper of the car, and drove about 20 miles back home, and it was gone.
Somebody picked it. What's that?
No, it got picked up by a road crew somewhere.
Yeah,
Somebody got shanked with it or
I'd
something.
say it. Yeah. I threw away a half a dozen tent tensioners.
Yep, those are easy.
Had no idea what they were, and carried them around there for a little bit, and got home, threw them in my trash can on like a Wednesday, and they pick up our trash on Thursday, and I rolled it out there. And Thursday night, I was just looking through a forum, and somebody said, well, I hunted today and found a nice Civil War tent tensioner. And I said, and I just threw 6 of them in the trash this morning, or yesterday afternoon. We've all done that, haven't we?
Everybody. Anybody that says they hadn't, I'm not sure I believe them.
Yeah, when I first started hunting, I was hunting a battlefield, and I dug this piece of iron. Of course, it was kind of long and had a round base on it, and I thought, man, I don't know what that is. And I just put it back in the hole. It was a leverite. And then
leverite there?
Yep, and then after I seen it was half an artillery shell. And still to this day, I haven't found it. I guess somebody else found it after that. So.
I did something very similar also with the top half of a canteen, a Confederate tin canteen. And the cool thing about it was somebody had taken a knife and cut out the top quarter of it. So it was just the spout and the sides and, But once you knew what it was, it's obvious. Well, I dug it up. I sat on a stump. I didn't think any more about it. My buddy came over there with me a week or two later, and he's like, man, you believe somebody threw away half a Confederate canteen? I'm like, whoa, that's mine.
Yeah, sure
when
it
he
is.
said that, I recognized it.
Yeah,
So I'm not the smartest knife in the drawer, but I'm getting smarter every day I go detecting.
Yeah, but you find stuff and you like turn it upside down and turn it this way and that way, and then you're like, hey, is this? Yeah, that's what it is.
Well, the first cool find, big find I ever made, the first belt buckle I ever found. You guys know enough about Civil War relics to know it's pretty cool. It was a Georgia State Seal cartridge box plate.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Both hooks on it, and if you know what Georgia State Seal looks like, it's the arches and there's 3 columns coming down. I knew what the state seal was because I had been in Georgia my whole life. But when I found that plate, I knew it was a buckle because it had lead in it. I took it and I turned it oblong, looked at it, and what's that big E for? So
that's pretty good.
Well, what's your projection on this week down here? Do you think some good stuff's going to be found?
I think some good stuff's going to be found here. It's a new site for at least the DIV organization. Don't know of any other organized hunts that have ever been held there. I talked to one of the locals down here that's hunted both sites, and he said they've always produced for him back when he used to hunt them. And he said the ground isn't real hot, and the last machine he hunted with it was an MXT, a White's MXT. Now, that's a good machine, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But there are some machines out there now that'll go deeper, so I think we're going to get to the next layer that he wasn't able to get to.
Well, especially with GPXs.
I think so, with the GPXs.
Yeah.
I mean, that will punch through some dirt. We all know that.
Yeah.
Well, I told you earlier in the day, Scott Duncan I think he's in the Bahamas.
That rascal.
I know it. And
here we're playing
the
in the
bullet
snow.
master himself. Scott, if you're listening, jeez, I'm not going to say, I'll say it off there.
But I'm going to co-host with Heath, and we talked about having you on.
I would definitely like to be on there. Yeah, consider it an honor.
We will.
I love to talk. You guys know that.
I know that.
We all do. That's why we do this.
That's why we do it. But hindsight will be 20/20.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we sit down, probably March 27th or April the 3rd, we will know all about this hunt.
Yes, we will,
and we'll be able to the pros and cons and what I should have done and what I could have done and all of that, or what I did, And if I can just get out of here without Barb. See, now Barb didn't think I was going to get to come, and she made up a big sign and all of that for me, and then I sneak in here, and you saw her win the knife at the pre-hunt thing.
Yeah.
And so I need you to walk me out of here tonight.
That's right. She's armed. Hey, speaking of Barb, I'm going to give her a plug. Well, myself a plug, too. Of course, we publish American Digger magazine. Barb has a great article in this past issue. It's what's the name of that again, Barb?
Blackwood Lumber Company.
Blackwoods Lumber Company is talking about some of the tokens and all she found, and it mixes the relics she found with the history of the place.
With the story. And
I love that. Yeah.
It is a great story. And last week on our show, we gave it a plug and talked about it. And then I also put it on our Relics Radio Facebook group page. I put it on my regular Facebook page, and we've really advertised that because Barb is a dear friend to us.
And she is, yeah. Good hunter.
And I'm not saying it because she's just a friend. It was an excellent article.
It was,
I was an editor for a number of years, and I know whenever I see something that it's good. The way she told her story.
Exactly. And that's what anybody considering writing an article, it's not whether Barb's was near professional level, but it's not if you're a professional or not. It's how you tell the story.
Right.
And we have editors that work for us that can fix the little minor boo-boos and stuff.
Right.
We just want to see people tell their story in writing.
Yeah, and make the reader feel like I'm there.
Yep.
And, I don't feel out of place in this story.
Exactly.
I read it. But great job.
Yeah, good
Barb.
job.
Great job.
Checks in the mail. Hopefully my check too. I'm hearing Anita told me we're actually on payroll now. Of course, I've never seen the first check, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Here.
Yeah.
As long as you make things work, then.
Love what we do.
I do too.
Yep.
And I love this part of it. I love shooting the videos and everything. Before I was an editor, I was a photojournalist, and I just love pictures and things. I love stories. And if you have a good radio show, you kind of develop these stories with people, and you bring out the people that you talk to.
Yes, you do.
And that's the great part of it. So I'm going to get a double shot of this, and I get to be with you tonight, and then I'll be with you in a week or two again.
Oh, that'll be the last time you'll want to be with me.
You'll be like,
see, I'm shy tonight. Just wait till I get with Heath. Oh, my God.
Heath and Connie really dodged the bullet with the weather.
Man, our prayers were out to them. Yeah, they had that tornado come very, very close to them.
He and I had been talking a little bit that day, or maybe the day before. He was trying to get me a coil, and he did get me one and have it sent up here. But I seen all that storm. Well, I seen that American Digger didn't come on Monday night.
Right.
I was sitting waiting for it to come on. And it didn't come on, and I thought, I bet they had some weather, and I pulled it up on my phone, and, man, it looked rough. And so I waited it took a little while for it to pass, and then I sent him a text, and I said, are you guys all right? It wasn't but just a little bit. He sent back a picture. He said it's like a war zone.
Yeah, that's why he said.
Yeah, it was messed up pretty bad.
Yeah.
Luckily, in northern Tennessee, we didn't get it that bad. They were expecting it to get bad, but it stayed kind of cooler, overcast. So.
We had the tornado warnings going on. They actually had one that was sighted, then one touchdown in I don't know, 30, 40 miles from us. But that's one reason we try not to cancel the show. But we have myself in Georgia. We have Heath in Alabama. We have Jeff Lubert in Colorado. Jeff was the only one that possibly could have stayed on the air.
Yeah.
And I believe they were having snow out there. So we decided rather than have a broken up broadcast, we'll just rebroadcast, reruns.
Isn't technology amazing?
Oh,
though,
it is.
Because,
So they tell me. I don't know. I don't understand this stuff.
Well,
I just see a microphone, I talk.
Yeah, what's this?
What is this button?
Don't touch anything. But, I can sit in southern Kentucky, and he's in Tennessee. Yeah. And last week we had on Bill Marsh and Mark Hoover. Mark Hoover's in Florida, and then Bill Marsh is in Ohio, Ohio relic hunter. And we had Aqua Chigger on. Where's he at? He's
Maryland.
Yeah, both.
And then we had Diggs Forever. He's in Canada. I mean, it was something that was impossible.
It sounds like they're right here. So
yes, absolutely. I mean, it is amazing. And speaking of Bo, I'll give him a shout out. I hope I'm not stepping on any of your sponsors' toes or anything, but they're having the Charles Garrett Memorial Hunt this weekend, I believe, and that's where Bo is. Joshua and Elizabeth, who also does a column for American Digger magazine, she'll be down there. It's mostly a seated hunt, but they do find some natural stuff too. So if you're not here, I hope you're there.
Yeah, that's right.
I got a message from Carolyn Harwick. She's the president of the Central Florida Metal Detecting, and that's where she was headed. And she's going to be one of our guests in 2 or 3 weeks.
We'll have to have you on Relic Roundup. We'll make this all work out.
Yeah. Me and Tennessee Jeff, we're partners.
We can do that,
yeah. We'll.
Thanks to the technology of the internet.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And if y'all get real big and stormy or something other, call us and we'll host your show that night.
Hey, we might can do that. Yes,
if your phone works. Hey, Butch, thanks a lot.
Thank you. I really enjoyed it.
We'll see you in a week or two then.
See you later, and thanks to everybody out there. Thanks, Jeff. And everybody go dig something good. And subscribe to American Digger Magazine because I got to eat.
Yes.
Take care, folks. Thanks.
Wow, what a treat. We hit the big time here tonight. We sure did.
He made us famous.
Made us famous. So, I don't know how it is that we get all these really, really important people from metal detecting world in. We got Butch, and then we got Bo, and then we got all the people. We got Keebs.
We got Mr. Ford.
Plugmaster Ford.
Mike, Earl.
Mike, Earl. I mean, we just, we've been fortunate. I tell you, we don't, we got somebody else that'll talk. Surely we got 5-7 more minutes that we can go. Come on, who's out there wants to talk again?
Somebody can talk.
Barb, are you done tonight?
How about the guy that does our news and views talking?
Yes.
That sounds good.
Yes.
He's going to leave me at the hut site tomorrow because he's looking at me really bad. That's my wife. I got the parking pass. Oh, never mind.
Nobody else? Well, we got a call coming in. Anybody want to talk to us?
I meant to say something to Josh. I seen Josh in there earlier. Hello, Josh.
We have not. Everything is really messed up because we've got things situated where we really can't see them.
Yeah, I'm used to looking to my right and then looking to my left and glare from the light.
All the stars that we've had on here tonight, too. But we certainly do appreciate all you guys tuning in and listening to us tonight. We didn't know if this would work or not, trying a live show here at DIV. Butch told us that they tried it a couple of years ago, and the internet was kind of in and out, but we talked to the manager. By the way, we're at the Best Western, and if you are in Culpeper, this is a great place to stay, great place to eat. And they haven't paid us anything, but they did let us use the conference room.
They sure did, and we really appreciate that.
I think it'd be rude for us not to say something about it. And I think we had a great show tonight.
I believe we did too. Could you imagine having to do this up in our little room?
No. Oh, wait a minute. We got one more caller going to come in.
Hey, there's Tim.
It's Tim Henderson. What's going on, Big Tim?
Hey, guys. I just wanted to call and wish y'all good luck.
Well, we really appreciate it, Tim.
We do. We sure do appreciate it.
So how was the weather down there today?
It was cool but sunny.
Well, that's good. So we come up here and play in the snow.
Things are drying up here. We went back Sunday to that house site we took Lloyd to, and I popped another Civil War button and a Indian penny out the front of that house.
Oh, really?
Man, that Equinox is doing good.
It's doing pretty good. I was able to sniff it out through the trash, and just a little squeaky signal there. I had to kind of work it and popped it out at about 7 inches deep on both of them.
Man, I believe I'm almost sold on that.
Well, I like it, but I'd like to have me a GPX too for some of those pastures.
I'll trade you. I'll trade you 7's GPX for that Equinox.
So we'll see what 7 thinks about that.
I cut your mic off there.
Okay, I thought you did.
I didn't mean to, but I did.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, it was. Normally, that is my Rode AT or NT A1 that I do all of my history clips. That's my real good studio mic. Is normally in that channel, and so it's all different when we get here.
He gives me a bad mic. I guess that's what he's saying.
No, I didn't. You got the same mic that I've got.
Well, no, yours has got green tape around it.
Well, that's because I know it's mine.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Tim, appreciate you calling, and can't wait to get back and hunt with you guys again here in a week or so, and have y'all up our way, or we'll come down your way, whatever we can work out.
Yeah, hopefully we can work something out this coming week, and then you guys
got to
can
get
run
together. I got to get Jeff his snake coil.
Yeah,
you do. I haven't used mine yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Well, there's a fence row waiting on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all have a great hunt, guys.
Okay, appreciate
Alrighty.
it. Appreciate it.
Take care.
Okay. Missouri Mike is back in. He had one more thing he wanted to say about Jeff Ford, I know.
I was going to ask you a question, Roy.
Okay.
On your history clip, how do you go about researching out those clips you do? I know a lot of people like those. Do you start off with researching the internet, or what's your procedure on doing that?
Really different ways, Mike. I would just do a general Google search on the thing and get a little bit of information. I tell you what I always look for, and if you'll notice on my history clips, at the end of it, I will always say, and I bet you didn't know. And I'm always looking for some information that is peculiar. It's kind of off the wall. It kind of takes you by surprise. And like on, no, it won't be this next week. It'll probably be 2 or 3 weeks from now, but I've already got the history clip, most of that video done and edited and everything. But it's on scissors, just common scissors. And because those are things that you find in an old house site. And at the very end of it, there is a very surprising thing about scissors that I'll bet you nobody in this room knows or probably has ever heard. And those are the things that I look for. They are the hardest to find. Sometimes you can Google, like a interesting or unknown fact about scissors, and you can pull it up like that. Sometimes on some of the history stuff that we do, I have spent a lot of hours in diaries or in the official records and things looking. It just depends on what it is. If it's something common, it's sometimes harder to find, in-depth information on it.
Well, I really enjoy that part of it. I learn a little bit every time, and I enjoy that because it's something I didn't know.
Well, everybody tells me that, they say I enjoy them because I learned something that I didn't know, and I said I'll tell you something else that you don't know. I learned things that I didn't know, each week because I don't know what do you always say about it though? I said,
well, you know what it is and the history behind it because you used it when you were a kid. No. I mean, that old rusted pair of scissors you found when he got his hair cut with it. So.
I did this week. I went and got a haircut, and I like my hair a little bit long, and she flat scalped me this time. I'm about ready to. I'm going to take Barb's knife back with me, and I'm going to hold it up to her. So you ever cut my hair this short again? Now, I'm a little bit hippie,
Yeah. Right, yeah. I cut my hair, and the boys was telling me yesterday I missed one. Not that long. They had to pull it out for me.
Hey, guys, we're coming up on closing time right here. We got just a minute or so to close the show. Thanks, everybody that came. Everybody that talked. Mike, appreciate you being here. Appreciate the support that all of you guys give us. We don't deserve this. I mean, we're just two rednecks with a metal detector, ain't we, Jeff?
That's right. And then, I mean, all of our viewers and leaves comments and stuff, I mean, thank you very much. We couldn't do it without you.
Tell them where they can find us on YouTube.
You can go to Relics Radio, or you can go to Diggin with 7 or Tennessee Jeff. So, I mean,
and Missouri Mike is on YouTube. That's his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
He puts out some great videos there as well.
I'm working on it. Jeff's training me. He says I need to put it in front of the viewfinder a little more. I'm the one that wants to look at it. Right?
Yeah.
Even though I never get the date right.
And we always learn something other. Plugmaster Ford is, we've given out just about all of these tonight, and there's no way that I can go back and think about, remember all that. I'd make somebody mad because I do it in the wrong way. And I'm trying to mute everybody's mic, and we got one more caller. Let's see who we got. Who we got there?
Hey, this is Woody Jones again. I just got one little quick question, if I could, sir.
Okay.
Right,
yeah.
Okay, we'll get ready to go off, but for your next giveaway, it would be awesome if you could do a hunt for the winner wins a hunt with you guys. Now, I'm not talking about all expenses paid, but it would be really cool to say somebody won. They have to drive out there or fly to where you're at, and you could take them on a hunt. That would be a heck of a giveaway, sir.
Well, thank you for that. We've had Dave Miller mention that, and we've had 2 or 3 mention that. I wouldn't be against that.
No,
just depends on what time of the year, because there's times whenever it's good hunting for us, and there's times when it's not. But that's something we need to throw around. But hey, thanks, Woody. Thanks for the comment, and it is.
Yes, that would be awesome. Just to go hang out with y'all and check your sites, and that would be a trip of a lifetime for some of us detectors. So I thought I'd throw it out there.
Well, that's an honor. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank y'all. All right, guys. Bye-bye.
That would be interesting, but and I'll give you a little bit of heads up. We're fixing to give away a metal detector on our YouTube channel. I don't know exactly when. It's going to be in the near future, just in a little bit. We've got a supplier that's given us a metal detector, and we're going to give it away to. We've already given one, and Josh was instrumental in helping us with that.
He was. We couldn't have done it without
Josh. No, we couldn't have it.
Yeah.
I thank the world. Sight and sound. I thank the world of Josh, and I thank the world of all these podcasts. American Digger Magazine. Of course, we had Butch on here with us tonight. Heath Jones helped me out and got a coil up here for me tonight. Hardcore metal detecting. There's just all kinds of them that are out there. And so All Metal Mode is another one. I listen to all of those. And this is a great community, too, the podcast. Don't you think, Jeff?
It is. It's a really good community. And we help each other out. I mean, if we have some kind of technical difficulty, and then we'll call them and then say, well, hey, what's going on here? And I say, well, try this. And then even Jeff Ford, we call him sometimes, and then he'll help us out some. So, I mean.
Hey, Jeff.
Oh, Jeff, he's over there.
He's over
camera.
He's over there filming. If we can get Mac to go over there and hold the camera and film for just a minute, I want Jeff to come over here and do the impression that he did of how'd it go?
I can't do it. He'll have to.
He'll remember it. You make sure that you're getting his face over here though when he comes in and what was the inspiration behind that?
Which one?
The lip sync thing that you did on me.
Of you guys?
Yeah, us.
Yeah.
What was the inspiration on that? Did you just watch us and that come to your mind?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've always, from the first time I watched your video, I saw something. And it was, I know it's probably something you've suppressed in times past, but I knew you had some musical nature to you. And then, I learned more and more that, you played the guitar and everything. But so I knew that musical part was there. And I could see when you guys went back and forth, there was a little bit of a rhythm between the two of you. and I have this gift of seeing things that, a lot of people don't see in themselves. And you guys were closet rappers. It's evident.
Have y'all
now.
seen the video? Have all you guys seen? It's the lip sync number 2.
And honestly, you do it. You left that on my voicemail today, and you do it better than I do.
He did do a great job, didn't he?
He did. I sat there. I played it for the guys, and then I played the video of you guys on my phone. It was spot on.
Was it?
It was. And even you in the background. That was perfect.
I was down in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and I was down there hunting with the Dig Dogs with Ron Reed and Tim Henderson. And I was driving on the way back, and I knew that he had talked to me and said, I'm going to do a lip sync on you and Jeff. And so I said, he said, that'll be all right. And I said, well, of course it'd be all right. We just love it, whatever it is. It's just all in fun. And so maybe the day before, a couple of days before, he sends me a text, because we've got each other's cell phone numbers and text back and forth all the time. And it just said, sorry, and you could just read in that, the emotion, the humor, and here this guy is just rolling and laughing. Sorry, he said. And so I'm on my way home, and I'm coming through Hartsville, Tennessee. And ding, it's this message of him, and I know what it is. The video has come out, but I can't watch it, and I'm not going to stop on the side of the road and watch it. So I hurry on home, and I get out, and I get in, and it's probably after 9 o'clock at that time. And I sat down there, and I think, well, I'm going to go in there and get me a sandwich or something other, but I'm going to watch this video first. Well, I click it on, and I got to Jeff saying, and and I busted out laughing, and I was laughing so hard I couldn't, so I stopped it. I backed it up, I listened to it again. I got to Jeff's, I broke up. It took me 10 times to get to that. So if you can, go back through that.
Well, my favorite part was when you called me, because I knew it was coming. I knew there was going to be a call, and I see it's from Loy. And I click it, and before I can even say hello, it's just you laughing. And I don't know how long we sat there as I just absorbed this laughing. And finally I said, hello. And, but yeah, no. How to do Loy.
How to do me.
Yo. That guy?
That's right. That's the guy.
Yo, I don't want to hurt nobody, but we've been asked more than once.
That guy.
Yeah, boy.
You tell him. You know what's funny? I got to tell you. So Jason Basuffi, the quarter hoarder, so he calls me up and he said, of course I did one of him, and it was great. A lot of times I don't know what my accents even are. I mean, I did one of Mike, and I'm pretty sure I started out in, I don't know what accent it was, but by the end of it, it sounded like Julia Childs, and then a little bit of a Pakistani woman sneaking in on her.
I saw her today.
I have no idea. And so it was funny because Jason calls me and he goes, "Hey, what programmer you use to do those voices?" And I said,
God gave me that.
I said, "Well, what do you mean?" And he said, "Well, like the accent you did on me." And I said, "Oh, well," I said, "honestly, I recorded that and I took the decibels up just a couple. I mean, the pitch up right. Just a couple just to get it a little more whiny. Not that I'm not whiny enough, but it added some to it." And he goes, "But no, how did you do it to the French accent?" And I said, "Jason, can you not do an accent?" He goes, that's just you." And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, no, I really can't do an accent." But then he did one of me, and I loved his accent that he did. I mean, that's Jason trying to sound like a hillbilly from Missouri, and he was spot on.
Yeah,
he nailed it. I thought I really liked it. It was good. But yeah, I've always been able just to, I don't know, hear stuff and mimic it or whatever.
You do a great job.
It's fun.
I do a great job.
That's what I always say. I got all these voices in my head. I got to get them out somehow.
Yeah.
Well, put the camera on him. You guys watch this right here.
What am I going to do?
You're going to do it one more time, and we're not going to say nothing. We're going to let you do the whole thing.
I don't remember the whole thing.
Well,
the yo-yo?
Yeah.
A yo-yo. I don't want to hurt nobody, but we've been asked more than once.
Mm-hmm.
Something about it's time to set these fools straight.
Yeah, 7.
I don't know how the rest of it went. Bonjour, Mikey.
I'm the S to the E, the V-E-N.
Did you like my beatboxing? That was the thing I was the most proud of, was my beatboxing, because that's a skill I really don't have.
Yeah.
But after I spit all over my computer.
Okay, guys, you see whenever you get late at night at a DIV how everything just degenerates to nothing here. And we've all got to get up and go hunting tomorrow. Hey, Jeff, appreciate it. We were honored to be on one of your clips. Appreciate all you guys being here. Appreciate the guys on Facebook. At Plugmaster. Plugmaster Ford, catch him there. Catch Missouri Mike. Catch everybody else that we've talked to here tonight. And What else you got to say, Bubba?
I guess I hope you find a bullet tomorrow, and I hope. No, I hope you find that plate you're after, buddy.
You're gonna find a bullet. Yo, I wants to hurt somebody.
Well, good night, y'all. We had a great time.
Hey, guys, we did. We really do appreciate it. And catch us next Thursday night. We don't have a scheduled guest for next Thursday night, but what we're going to do is we're going to follow this up with a post DIV hunt. So we'll catch you next Thursday. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on Relics Radio. We really do appreciate it. Be sure and join us live each Thursday night at 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern here on Spreaker. Or you can catch the archive show at Relics Radio on Spreaker, iHeartRadio, or iTunes. Please take a minute and hit the like button and be sure and follow us so that you'll get notifications of all of our upcoming broadcasts. You can also find us on YouTube at Diggin with 7 or Tennessee Jeff, or you can check us out on our Relics Radio Facebook page. If you'd like to get in touch with us, then send an email to digginwith7@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. We hope you'll join us next Thursday night, and until then, get out there and dig some history.